Greetings today. We continue our study of the book of 1 Peter. We're in chapter 5. We'll be considering verses 8 through 10 in this message entitled Surveillance Until Retirement. Surveillance until retirement. Be sober, that means be sober-minded. Be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeketh whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the God of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that you have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. The final two chapters of 1 Peter, that is chapters 4 and 5, have been focusing upon our present service to our commander-in-chief, who is watching over us as a shepherd watches his sheep. Kind of mixed metaphors, but both are very true. In 1 Peter 4, 1 through 6, we considered the present warfare, the conflict, the commander, the armor, and the commission. In verses 4 through 7, we considered the instructions to the soldiers. In verses 11 through 14, we saw the suffering of the soldiers. In verses 15 through 19 of 1 Peter 4, we considered the trustworthy commander-in-chief. In chapter 5, verses 1 through 4, we saw the chief shepherd and his care for the sheep. And we just finished verses 5 through 7, where we were taught that the sheep must be submissive to the shepherd's leadership to find comfort, rest, and satisfaction in this life. And that brings us then to our consideration of verses 8 through 10 here, where we must consider that our surveillance, this being watchful, this being vigilant, must last until our retirement from service. 1 Peter 5:8 literally says, you all be sober-minded, you all be vigilant, because your military opponent, your particular military opponent, a slandering one, that is the devil, as a roaring lion, he's walking about or stalking, seeking a certain one he should devour, that is to kill and then consume completely. We need to take note of the somber tenor of this verse. You and I have a sworn enemy whose avowed intent is to seek a time and place to kill and completely consume us. We know who he is, and we know how he works. Therefore, we must be on constant surveillance against his attempts, plural, toward us. The word sober here, Strong's 3525, appears in 6 New Testament verses. In 1 Thessalonians 5:8, watchfulness and soberness are related to our deportment, that is, walking as children of the day and not as children of the night. In 2 Timothy 4:5, watchfulness and soberness are applied to all things which we do. The 3 other usages are by Peter here in this letter. Beginning in 1 Peter 1:13, he says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ.